Well, guys, once again, good evening. Welcome to the second part of our session. Sé que en ese punto algunos todavía están terminando con la prueba. Evidentemente la prueba de uno es un poquito más extensa, entonces pues no quiero quitarles como tiempo de una cosa y de la otra. Primero que todo, pues voy a cerrar un poquito acá. Recordarles, refrescarles un poquito la memoria. Nuestra primera parte que va a ser la parte individual. Y la segunda parte que viene siendo la parte que es el trabajo colaborativo. Como ustedes saben en los primeros minutos, les comparto cuáles son los temas que ustedes van a tener en cada uno de esos grupos. Igual, voy a enviarles esto al chat. Quizás ustedes lo compartan en sus grupos como siempre. Bueno, igual ya le tomaron captura, pero como para que oficialmente quede que les envíe esa información aquí al chat. Entonces, les recuerdo, en este caso cada grupo va a tener un tema diferente. Group number 1, students role play. Let me see, el coordinador está escribiendo. Ok. Listo. Como les contaba, group number 1, students role play a conversation in which they talk about changes they would do if they were in the presidency. Number 2, todos tienen el mismo encabezado. Students role play a conversation in which they talk about the problem they had at work and how they solved it. Sorry, falta una T acá. Number 3, the conversation where they talk about rules and obligations in an airport. Number 4, how organized they are when making decisions. Group number 5, how, permítame ingreso acá. Talk about predictions in the field of education in the future. Number 6, talk about the impact of possessions in someone's life. Group number 7, talk about crimes and punishments in Colombia. Group number 8, they talk about what to take on a trip to a very cold or hot place. Les contaba que ya había enviado al chat para que de pronto se cercioren, para que revisen quizás en sus grupos, mientras van revisando los temas y les paso, van refrescando la memoria acerca de cuál es el grupo al que pertenecen. Voy a tomar asistencia, de tal manera que hacemos ese proceso, nos vamos para las salas y no, digamos, no perdemos tiempo, que usualmente en esta segunda parte, si no me organizo bien, nos pueden dar perfectamente más de las 10. Saray Acevedo.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Andrés Álvarez.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Joelia Ayala. Ok. Andrea Vaca.
Present, teacher.
Ok. El segundo grupo que me pregunta lo mismo. Gilbert Cárdenas.
I'm here.
Ok. John Carrero.
Good evening.
Hello, John. No espero que el volumen. Ah, no, lo tengo en 100. Brian Cordero. Vamos a Brian por el momento. Stephanie Córdoba.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Silvia Durán.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Judy Lizette Liscano. Judy Lizette.
Present, teacher.
Lista, Judy. Diana Lizette Lozada.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Ay, él también ingresó por otra cuenta. Luisa Fernanda Paredes.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Mayra Juliet Pinzón.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Mayra Alejandra Plata.
Present, teacher.
Muy bien. Harold David Rodríguez.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Harold. Angélica Stephanie Sandoval.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Angélica. Daniela Fernanda Sierra.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Daniela. Ana María Velasco.
Hi, teacher.
Muy bien, Ana. Jennifer Jimena.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Jennifer. Natalie Joana Pérez.
Here, teacher.
Very good. Cristian Josep Albarracín.
Here, teacher.
Good. And Daniela Lozada.
Present, teacher.
Ok, entonces solo por el momento quien no está es Brian. O no me contestó. Está conectado, pero no lo escuché. Bueno, cuando confirme, justo ahí. Guys, don't forget your groups, the ones that you are assigned in. Ya les envié el chat los temas que corresponden para cada grupo. Okay? So guys, the usual. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes. Of course, I'm going to create the groups in here. The intention is that you go to your groups and you start working. There are 8 groups. Acá me pasé. Permitir que los participantes seleccionen la sala. Listo. Remember that I choose at random the group that I'm going to visit. ¿Ok? Sé que algunos están terminando el examen, algunos me hicieron como una solicitud especial. Obviamente todo va como por turnos. ¿Ok? No los hago perder tiempo. Espero a todos les vaya muy bien. No hay razón para que sea algo diferente y volvernos a encontrar el día viernes. So, let's begin. Good evening, guys. How are you tonight?
Hi, teacher. Fine, you?
Doing great.
Hi, teacher.
Corriendo, igual que ustedes, no crean.
Sí, nosotros con el final del semestre algunos.
Oh, por Dios, sufrimos por todos los ángulos. Bueno,
Por cualquiera, sí.
no se les olvide la cámara. Bueno, guys, in the meantime, let's begin. Natalie me dijo que estaba ocupada, Mayra también dijo que estaba ocupada. Ya hay como 3 turnos, lo siento. Pero bueno, para darles como el chance a todos. Well, guys. Let's begin with the first part. As you remember, is the individual part. I'm going to start with Natalie. Remember that you have 40 seconds to answer each question. Question number 1. If you could go out and buy anything today, what would it be? And do you buy things that you don't need?
Okay, if yes, I love shopping and I love to have new things, but it depends how much money I have and if if it's possible or where am I at that moment. Because if I stay at my home, I probably only can go to the shop and go some groceries. But if I stay in another country, I buy a lot of things.
Okay, Natalie, very good. Like 5 seconds left. Let me ask you question number 6. What would you do if you won $1 million? Solo tiene una rayita, es dollars. Okay.
If I won $1 million, first I pay the house of my mom. It's the first things I will do, and I bought a farm. I always want a farm, and I probably invest my money there, and then I probably save the rest of the money and try to use trading on something like this to get more money.
Okay, very good. Gilbert, now is your turn. I'm gonna ask you question number 7. Do you ever break rules? If so, which rules and in which circumstances? 40 seconds. Gilbert?
Sorry, teacher. My mic was mute. Okay, no. So yes, I have been break some rules. For example, when in my town, when I want to ride a motor bicycle, but right now I don't have my license, so I did it. And some person in some some in persons in my hometown used to do the same. So I think that most of the person used to break some rules because sometimes some rules are not there is not like justify or is not needed in some places
Okay,
like
well,
in the farms for
I have
example.
to interrupt you, Gilbert, sorry. I'm gonna ask you now question number 10. How do you react when things go wrong? Remember that you have 40 seconds.
Okay, I am a very chill person, I think. So when the things go wrong, I used to keep calm, and I know that these things it's not take a long time. So I just keep calm and stay what is happening, and and also searching for another option in order to solve the thing that is happening. Uh, um, I don't know. That's it.
Okay, very good. Well, guys, you had situation 7, which actually was a little bit, let's say, complex in terms of how deep that can be. We're supposed to create a conversation talking about crimes and punishments in Colombia. So, guys, you have 2 minutes, okay? Let's begin.
Okay. So, hi Gilbert, how are you?
Hi, Natalie. I'm a little bit upset. So
Why are you upset?
what about you?
I'm
Okay, so
I know
I
you right now.
really,
Go
so
ahead.
I just read the newspaper and see some crimes that is not with a punishment that I think that it has to be.
Okay, I agree with you. I think I saw a new too, and I agree with you. So I think in Colombia we need to have more punishment for several crimes and less for minimal crimes. I don't know. What do you think?
Yes, I think that here, if the someone has a lot of money, for example, politics who commit a crime and they only play with the laws, and at the end, all don't have any punishment. So,
Okay, see,
so
I
I
agree.
think that
Okay,
yes,
so I don't know. I think the people who don't have a lot of money and don't have a lot of opportunities sometimes when commit a crime or something like this, like stole for the first time, have all the punishment, and maybe they need only a opportunity to work or opportunity to study and start again. So I don't know. I agree with the with you at the people who have a lot of money try to don't have punishment.
Okay, guys, time's up. Thank you very much. A very quick thing about the two moments of the performance. It was very good. Unfortunately, I have to run a little bit. Natalie, in the question number 6, you said I would vote. Probably
Okay.
was like really fast, or while you were organizing your ideas, I would buy. And Gilbert, in the number 7, the one about the rules, you said I have break. It would be I have broken. Okay. And you said most of the person. Maybe you mean most of the persons or most of the people. And well, on the second part, probably because you had the ideas, but in some cases, like you were starting and you were interrupting the other, and okay. So be careful with those many things about organizing parts. So guys, I really hope I can upload the grades to the system tomorrow so you can know what happens on Friday. Okay.
okay, teacher, thank you.
Thank you
Thank
as
you.
usual, guys. Bye bye.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Bye.
Uh-oh. Teacher is
Hello,
here.
guys.
Hi, teacher.
How are you?
We are doing so great.
I feel enthusiasm, John. Okay, let me share my screen so we can start with the first part. Okay, let me put the timer. I'm gonna turn my camera on in a second. Remember, guys, that on this, what is it? Okay. On this first part, you will be assigned 2 questions to be answered. Tengo el timer ready. I'm going to start with Mayra. Okay. With Mayra. And let me write your name in here while you turn your camera. There you are. Very good. Mayra, hello. Mayra, I'm going to start to ask you question number 3. Remember that you have 40 seconds to answer each question. Question number 3 says, talk about your most valuable possession. Go.
Well, I think my most valuable possession is my computer, my PC, because it's the thing that I use every, every time, and with that I can do a lot of things, a lot of activities. I use that in the university and do other activities. Yeah.
Okay, very good. You only have like 30 seconds left. And Mayra, I'm gonna ask you question number 12. Do you have any method to make decisions?
Um, I don't know, teacher, because make a decision is sometimes difficult. Uh, I think it depends on some variables. Maybe um, if I make a decision with regard to the studies of or a job, I
Well, Mayra,
I
time's up. Sorry. Okay, thank you. I'm going to ask John now. Let's move to the first part with you.
Teacher, I just want to make sure that you
Gato,
are.
ciérrame la puerta que es que voy a hablar con la profe.
It's an exam. It's not like a conversation.
Hey, teacher, I just want to make sure that you can hear me very well. Can you?
Mm-hmm. Yes, John.
Okay, perfect.
Good. Okay, I'm gonna start with question number 1. If you could go out and buy anything today, what would it be? And do you buy things you don't need? 40 seconds. Yeah.
Okay, right now, at this time, if I could go out and buy anything today, I would buy food, actually, and hamburgers. And yes, I do. I do buy things I don't need. Actually, I'm very compulsive, a buyer compulsive, and I usually think a lot of stuff, and when I get home, I just, why did I buy this if I don't need it? But well, it's just that it pleases me, you know. That's something that I really like to do.
Okay, Jen, very good. And question number 2 would be, number 7. Let me write it down. Do you ever break rules? If so, which rules and in which circumstances? Okay, there we have a mini typo.
That's a really difficult question for me because sometimes I'm very restricted with rules, with laws, right? But well, sometimes, for example, when let me give you an example, yes, to make myself clear. One day I had to get work at 7 a.m. in the morning, right?
Mhm.
But previous night, for some things of the life, I went out with some friends and I didn't get home early by that time. So next day I couldn't get early to get on time on my job. In those kind of situation,
Mhm.
I say that I would break rules, not because I want, just because of circumstances.
Okay, John, thank you very much. Now let's move to Brian. Brian, I'm gonna ask you first question number 5. I know that 40 seconds it's like not too much amount of time, but I hope that you can make it work. Make 2 predictions about television in our country. Go.
Okay, I think that people in near future um, don't see television because internet is more and more popular in our routine. And also the TV programs there are not um, in interesting because there are always um, um, repeating the same thematics. And
Okay, Brian, 40 seconds. Thank you. And okay, I'm gonna ask you question number 3. I know I already asked question number 3 to Mayra. I'm gonna ask then question number 6. What would you do if you won $1 million?
um, probably I should go ahead and to travel around the world, and I should buy a lot of clothes or electronic devices or a vehicle. And in this way, I could feel relaxed because can I could not feel the pressure to have a job, to study, and it will be
Okay.
a relaxed for me.
Okay, Brian, thank you very much. Well, guys, let's move to the next part. You guys are group number 8. Let me adjust the timer. You're talking about a trip to a very cold or hot place, okay? Remember, guys, that you have 2 minutes for the conversation. So this is your moment to shine. Let's begin.
Okay. Hello, guys. I am thinking about visit the Paramo de Santurban, but I don't know how I have to prepare about clothes, about eating, about food. What recommendations uh, have you for me?
Oh, brilliant. Hi. Um, Glad to hear that. I would recommend it to you taking a big coat, gloves, as well as it's very important to take some screens. Yeah. Um, what else you think, John, that Brian must wear in that place?
Well, let me think. So I'd say to wear comfortable and wear gloves, and also take a hat. It's very important, and a scarf to protect your throat. In addition, I would recommend bringing some candies to get calories. So it is very important, as you know, that is a cold place.
I recommend you too wearing boots honestly, I've never gone to the Paramo Center Bank. I think I prefer food places.
I don't know yet because I don't support very well the cold climate, and there is another landscape that I would like to go. It's
Okay,
precisely the
guys,
opposite.
time's up. Someone is on the room waiting for access.
It
Okay,
was pretty
guys.
short.
2 minutes is too fast, I know, but well, you know that time is crazy as usual. Well, Brian, actually just a few things you said in one of the questions people in the future don't see, but if we're talking about the future, we won't see, right? And thinking about the visit, I would say maybe thinking about visiting. That would be the idea. But guys, in general, you managed to answer the questions. I had to stop you. I'm really sorry about that. But as you said, of course, 2 minutes usually is not enough. I really hope to upload the grades to the system as soon as possible so you have the information, and I really, really hope that we can meet again on Friday. Okay?
Okay, teacher, have a good one.
Okay,
Good night,
teacher.
guys. Thank you, as
Take
usual.
care.
Bye.
Bye. ¿Quién es some user? Good evening, Joely and Christian. How are you?
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, teacher. I'm
Well,
fine.
okay, great, guys. Well, I was with another group. That's the reason why I couldn't attend your call in what you were calling me, Joely. So that is why I kept you waiting. Well, guys, but I don't want to keep you waiting anymore. So remember that first we begin with the individual part. I'm going to start with Christian, okay? Remember, Christian, that for each question, you have around 40 seconds to provide your answer.
Yes.
Christian, there you are. Very good. Christian, I'm going to start with question number 4. What are your top 3 predictions for the future, and when do you think they will happen?
I don't know, maybe better prosthetics in some point of, I mean, for like arms and legs, because actually right now it's happening, so because it's a little busy, maybe in some point of the middle of the century, 2050, 2060, maybe in that point it's very pro.
Christian, 3. I said 3.
And the free talk about your most valuable possession.
I know, I was
I-
asking you like 3 predictions, but well, actually you expanded your idea. You expanded your idea pretty well talking about the prosthetic, so I'm gonna count that one. Okay. Christian, well, I'm gonna ask you question number 10. How do you react when things go wrong?
Depending of the scenarios. I mean, it's like a trouble. Sometimes I get very mad and start to insult, but not if the person is there. Like you go to another place and release that hate. And other times I try to talk about the subject in a more calm way and Depends. It's very, very related with the situation. It's more sentimental. It's something about work, about the study, about money, and all of that kind of stuff. Every single aspect have a different reaction.
Okay, Christian, thank you very much. Joely, now it's your turn. Let me see you. Okay, Joely, I see you now. Joely, I want to ask you first question number 3. In 40 seconds, I know it's short, but anyway, talk about your most valuable possession.
Okay, I think that is a book that I have. Is a book that someone special gave me to me, like a present, and um, uh, that person is dead right now, and is very special for me because
Okay, Joely, thank you. And then I want to ask you question number 7. Do you ever break rules? If so, which rules and in which circumstances?
okay, I don't like it. I am pretty like I like to follow the rule because I think that that make life easier. But sometimes like I don't know, like when I am emotional, like I let let me go with my emotion, and I don't think about the consequence.
Okay, Joely, thank you. Well, guys, let's move to the next part. You are group number 6. Let's see the situation. Okay, let's see the situation that you were assigned. You were role-playing a conversation in which you talk about the impact of possessions in someone else's life. Remember, guys, that you have up to 2 minutes, similar to the previous part. When you listen to the alarm, that's the moment when you stop. When we finish the speaking part, that would be the end of this section, okay? Well,
Okay.
let me hear you.
Hi, Joel.
Hi, Christian, how are you?
I'm very fine, Joel. Thanks for asking. And how are you?
I'm pretty fine. Thanks.
Joel, I'm wondering if you could lend me a book.
Are you sharing for something special?
I've been thinking about something about psychoanalysis.
Oh, I don't think that in this case it could be. That's because the only one that I have is my favorite and it's very expensive.
Um, why is that your favorite book?
Because I learned a lot about it and it was a gift from someone very special.
Okay, I can understand that because I will never lend the illustrated book edition of The Lord of the Rings that I possess.
Really? Do you have it? I always wanted to read those books.
Yes, but it's the same case. Those books are really important to me because when I bought them, I was with my first salary in my first job.
Oh, I understand you. The first job is a experience very important and left a mark in your life.
Yes, I suppose that everyone have those special things, those kind of possessions that give your life a little more of sense and make it like special for you. And that's all.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you had like 20 seconds left. Don't worry. Well, guys,
Uh,
actually, all your answers were pretty good. The individual part. And also here in the conversation, just 1 minute thing, Joely. You said a experience very important would be a very important experience.
Oh,
But
okay.
just like managing
Yeah,
changing the order of words, but of course the idea was pretty understood. Guys, I really hope that we can upload the grades to the system as soon as possible. So you have the information before Friday, and I really, really hope that we can continue Friday on the 4th cycle. Okay,
Okay.
guys,
Okay,
thank you
teacher.
very much.
Thank
See
you.
you. Bye.
See.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, ladies?
We've
How
been
are
waiting
you?
for you.
I know, but today was the day of special cases.
Hi, teacher.
Sorry, Mayra. Yeah, there were like 2 turns before yours. Imagine the situation.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I'm sorry I had to keep you waiting. Well, ladies, you
We
know
will
that the
know each other better, don't worry.
well, remember that on the first part, I'm gonna ask you some individual questions and then you have 40 seconds to answer them. So I'm gonna begin with Mayra. Mayra, I'm going to ask you first, question number 1. But I don't see you yet, Mayra.
Sorry, teacher.
There you are.
You see me?
Okay. Well, I see, actually I see Diana and now I see
So
Mayra.
question
Okay.
number 1.
Yeah. Question number 1 says, if you could go out and buy anything today, what would it be? And in the same sense, that you buy things that you don't need?
Oh, I will buy food for sure. The supermarket is my favorite place in the world. So I only buy things that I truly need. If I don't need anything, I don't go to buy it. But I also like to buy a lot of underwear because I don't know why, but every month I like to go to the shopping center and buy underwear for me. Why? I don't know, because I enjoy it. And I think that I would like to buy things for my dog, like I don't know, that special food for them that is like tuna. I don't know if you know it, but I
Okay.
don't remember the name for that.
Don't worry, Mayra. Thank you. Let me silence this. I'm going to ask you now question number 5. Make 2 predictions about television in our country. Go, Mayra. Yes, it's still your turn.
I'm sorry, teacher. Make 2 predictions about television in our country. Oh, well, I think in the future nobody's going to watch it because everybody's paying for platforms to watch TV, and also it's also cheaper. So, and in the future, I think that the transmission is only TV news, and that's it. Because now, when I turn it on my TV, I can see that in Caracol and RCN, they only have some like TV news, and that's it.
Okay, Mayra, thank you very much. I have like 2 seconds left. There it is. Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Diana, now it's your turn. Ay, están llamando a otro grupo. Ahora te espera. Okay, Diana. Well, Diana, I only see your glasses, by the way. There you are. Thank you. Diana, I'm going to ask you first question number 7. Do you ever break rules? If so, which rules and in which circumstances?
Okay, I think that, yeah, I actually passed over the limits, the speed limits driving, but in some cases only when it's required, like an emergency, or if I am late for an appointment or things like that, teacher.
Okay, Diana. And I'm going to ask you question number 11. It says, complete the sentence about you. I feel better now if Because.
Well, I'd feel better now if I were resting in my bed because I had very hard day working and studying. So that's it, teacher.
Okay, Diana, very good. Thank you very much. And now, Daniela, is your turn.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, how's everything? Let me see you.
And now you can sing.
I don't know. Ah, okay. Ah, yeah, there are two sessions. I was like, no, but I noticed that we have like this little thing. Now I can see. Okay.
Okay.
Daniel, I'm going to start with question number 3. In 40 seconds, you are going to talk about your most valuable possession.
Well, I think that in this moment, my most valuable possession is maybe my cell phone, and because for the university, I need to be constantly in contact with my classmates, and I need to organize tasks and other things. And also, I think that it's very important today if you need to have an interview.
Well,
Or,
Daniela, I have to interrupt you. Sorry, time's up.
okay.
And I'm going to ask you question number 8. Why do you think some criminals become famous? 40 seconds.
I think that it's a bad idea because this person had a bad past. So maybe some traditions are the same now. So it would be a bad example for the other.
Okay, very good. Well, ladies, now is your time to shine. In this case, you had to role play a conversation in which you talk about changes you would do if you were in the presidency. So I'm going to turn my camera off. So remember that you're going to have up to 2 minutes, the same like in the previous part. When you listen to the alarm ringing, in that moment you have to stop. Let's begin.
Teacher. Well, girls, I've been thinking about an hypothetical situation, and I would like to know what changes would you like to do if you were in the presidency? What do you think about it, Daniela?
Well, if I were president, I would create a shelter for homeless animals in every city in order to guarantee them a decent life and their adoption. So,
Awesome, Daniela.
So kind, like a place to live for all the pets around the streets. For me, I think that if I were president, I could have made some change with the investment money because I think, for example, the investment in our country is not the best. For example, I would like to invest 50% of the budget in education, build more public and schools for children and for teenagers or for everybody, because I think that the future of their country is the education, a good education.
Yeah, Mayra, I totally agree with you. I think that education is one of the most important things. And if I were in the presidency, I will invest finally more money in education. I will prioritize child care and make it legal that children under maybe the age of 16 not to attend the school. It's a big responsibility in our country, and we definitely need proposals like this.
Yes, of course. I agree with you.
Okay, good timing.
Okay.
Well, ladies, very good. Actually, I don't have anything to say. In the first part, you answer all the questions correctly. And in the second part, all of you managed to participate and to provide your ideas. So, bueno, sí. Good. Ladies, I really hope that Daniela and I can upload the grades to the system as early as possible so you can have the information. And I really, really hope that we can meet again on Friday, starting cycle 4. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Well, ladies, as usual, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Good
teacher.
Take care,
Bye,
ladies.
Take care. Bye.
Good evening, guys.
Hola, profe. ¿Cómo estás?
How are you? Great. And you guys?
Fine. Fine, thank you.
Se funciona como.
Great teacher. Great teacher.
Happy for you.
¿For me?
Porque está aquí.
Okay.
Because you came with us.
Nice. Well, guys, sorry I kept you waiting, but of course I was in another group. It was not my intention to keep you waiting, but let's begin so you don't have to continue waiting. Remember that on this first part, you have 40 seconds to answer this question. So I'm going to start with Jennifer. Okay?
Yes, teacher.
So,
Should I turn on my camera? Or...
yes, please. Okay, Jennifer, perfect. There you are. Well, I'm going to ask you question number 2, but only the first part, okay? Because you only have 40 seconds. It says, let me write the number down here. Which physical possessions do you think would be replaced with digital goods in the future? 40 seconds.
Oh, okay. We already have replaced our photos are digital now, and I have noticed that pictures or paints are turned over into digital format because nowadays televisions have this option. Maybe in South Korea it's something common, but in Latin America hasn't arrived yet.
Okay. Thank you, Jennifer. And question number 9 for you. The same idea. You have 40 seconds to talk about the following topic. Let me reduce this. The main aim of prison should be to re-educate criminals, not punish them. What would be your idea, your perception about this statement, Jennifer? Go.
I totally agree with this idea because if the government had enough money to educate prisoners, maybe it will have been less criminals in the streets. So it would be a good way that they would don't commit another crimes in the future.
Okay. Thank you, Jennifer. Let's continue with Harold.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, Harold. Let me.
I'm here.
There you are. I want to say I don't see you, but now there you are. Okay, Harold. Let me ask you first question number 3. In 40 seconds, you're going to talk about your most valuable possession.
Okay, teacher. Maybe that will be the answer that a lot of people expect, but I guess that my most valuable possession is my family. That's
Okay.
because I don't know, we can be better if we are in family. And the other thing are physical possession, and we can get it um, in other if we work, but the family is maybe could be with me for specific moments in my life.
Okay. And then I'm gonna ask you question number 12.
12.
Do you have any method to make decisions?
In fact, I don't have, but I try to think very well what I have to do, because I know that if I made something, maybe we can fix it in the future. So I try to be I try to think a lot before taking an action.
Okay, Harold, thank you very much. And now it is Stephanie's turn.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, hello. I don't see you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, very good, Stephanie. There you are. Stephanie, I'm gonna ask you question number 5. See. Make 2 predictions about television in our country.
In I don't know, 50 years, no, 30 years, we wouldn't be the television in Colombia or in the world. The television will disappear. Will be replaced by other technology like cell phones or microchips that no microchips.
Okay. And Stephanie, I'm gonna ask you question number 10. How do you react when things go wrong?
Well, I am a quiet person, and when things go wrong, I think about the way that I could solve the situation, and I do a plan for solve and I know I don't
Well, time's up. Sorry, Stephanie. Okay, guys, let's move to the final part. You are group number 4, your conversation. You talk about how organized you are when making decisions, precisely talking about that situation. Well, guys, while I set up the timer, remember that you have up to 2 minutes, and similar to the previous part, when you listen to the alarm, that means that you have to stop. Okay? Well, guys,
okay, teacher.
Let's begin. Go.
Oh. Hi guys, how has it going? I have a problem in my job and I don't know what to do.
Hi, Stephanie. Tell us, maybe we can give you some advice that make you feel clearer about that.
Yes, Stephanie, don't worry. Here we are for you. You can trust on us.
Oh yeah, thanks guy. Well, what would you do if you realize that your boss is corrupt?
First, I will find enough evidence before I say it to someone else.
Oh yeah, I already have several emails that prove what I say.
In that case, I will try to face him.
But Harold, she can be fired if she do that. Please be careful, Stephanie.
Okay. You're right. So I guess that maybe the best option will be going to talk to human resources manager and explain him your concerns.
Oh yeah, Harold, that's a good idea. But what if he doesn't believe me? What should I do?
He should believe in you. Maybe it's not the first time that something similar happens there.
No matter what he tell you, please save all the evidences. It's the best guarantee to complain to your boss or the company.
You're right, Harold. So thanks a lot, guys. You are very organized, making right decisions. I had to going directly to the police station, but fortunately, I talked to you before.
Please, Stephanie, keep us informed about it.
And good luck, Stephanie. We will be in touch.
Okay, guys, bye.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye,
good
Stephanie.
timing. Very good. Okay, guys, excellent. Actually, there aren't many things to say. In the first part, Jennifer, you say they would, don't, probably when you were combining wouldn't, but I noticed that probably was because of the moment. And just pronunciation, Harold, concerns, no concern, concerns. And Stephanie, disappear.
Disappear.
But in general, it was pretty good, guys. You managed to answer the questions, and of course, the conversation, you answered the situation, and all of you participated. Daniela, and I really hope that we can upload the grades as soon as possible, so you can have the information. And well, I actually really hope that we can meet again on Friday, again, for cycle 4. Okay? Well, guys, that's it.
Okay, teacher.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Bye.
your time.
Bye.
Bye,
Take
bye,
care.
guys.
Hello.
Hi, teacher.
How are you guys? How's everything?
Voy a cambiar para inglés.
Tienes un poquito de tos.
No me di cuenta que
Creo
tenía
que
un
tienes un poquito de tos. No, don't worry, that's okay. And these days with this crazy weather, antes uno no se pone peor. Well, ladies,
No.
let's start with the individual part. Remember that you have 40 seconds to answer each question. When we finish this part, well, of course, we finish with tonight's, let's say, assignment. I'm going to start with Luisa Fernanda.
Okay.
Well, Luisa, I want to ask you first question number 2. Which physical possession do you think would be replaced with digital goods in the future? And in your opinion, what are the disadvantages of this?
Okay, physical possessions. I think that maybe will be replaced the cell phones to a modern thing, like, I don't know, maybe a button in our clock, and maybe appear all the information that we know in our cell phone, and we just touch the digital image. I think so. And I think that is disadvantage or advantage, teacher? Advantage?
Let's say advantage because time is almost up.
Maybe that they can install uh, more cell phones because they didn't exist like in physical way. And what else?
Well, time's up, Lisa, sorry.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna keep that like as one question. It is quite long. And Luisa, I wanna ask you also question number 7. Do you ever break rules? If so, which rules and in which circumstances?
I think that yes, but I just I was the only person that know that I was breaking the rule, because it was when I was 17 years old and I don't have ID card, cédula. So I get into the nightclubs with identity card from a friend, and we look similar in the physical way. We look similar. So I get into the nightclubs with her identity card, but that identity card wasn't fake. That was real, but wasn't mine. So I don't know. I think that, yeah.
Okay, Lisa, thank you. Let's move now to Angelica.
Yes, teacher.
Well, Angelica, I'm gonna ask you first question number 6. What would you do if you won $1 million?
Many things, teacher. Probably the first thing, if I won lottery, I'll go to a restaurant and eat some special. Later, I call my parents and tell the news, and also I always think about the invest in business. So I love bakery. I think that health bakery is a good option about to invest and increase maybe
Well,
this.
I have to interrupt you, Angelica.
Okay.
Good. And I'm gonna ask you question number 10. How do you react when things go wrong?
First, I think that I always imagine the monkey in my head that talk the plates about that. But also I stay in calm and think about how I can resolve the problems. I try to be faithful and logical.
Okay. Good timing, actually. And now it is Judy's turn. Judy, I'm gonna ask you first question number 3. Talk about your most valuable possession.
Okay, right now my most valuable possession, like a physical thing, I think is my computer, because I work too hard for pay this computer, and it costs like 3,000 millions, and
yeah, 3 million, sorry. And yeah, it was very difficult for me because I didn't have like money, and I have to find a job for 2 months, and I was I was working 12 hours per day.
Okay,
And
Judy. Well, I have to interrupt you, sorry. And the last question in this individual part would be question number 12. Do you have any method to make decisions?
I have to take some notes for my ideas, and I try to to look what is the advantage and disadvantage. Yes, and I try to ask for someone like my parents or something like that, and try to ask for a piece of advice for solve
Okay.
my problem.
Thank you, Judy. Well, guys, we're going to move to the second part. Okay. The slide doesn't move. Okay, so we are group number 2 in this case, about the problem you had at work and how you solved it. Remember, ladies, that, let me write something down here. You have up to 2 minutes, to complete the conversation. The same idea, when the alarm rings, that means that you have to stop. When we finish, I will give you like a very quick feedback, and then that will be all for tonight. So, it's your moment to shine, ladies. Let's start.
Okay, I'm going to talk for my story about my first job. Okay, like 3 years ago, I was working in a company, and I lost some files. I tried to explain to my boss the situation, but he was very angry. Fortunately, I remember that I have some copies of the documents in my house, and I have to call my brother to take the documents, and I can solve the problem.
Oh my God, Judy, I made a similar mistake recently, like a month ago. I am an assistant at the Language Institute, and I made a mistake marking some books that had to be sent to Florida Blanca, and by mistake, they were sent to Barranca Bermeja. So I had to talk to the courier and pay to return the books here, and then send again to Florida. And but was good because my boss, she didn't treat me badly. She understood me, and was good. Angelica, what about you?
Oh, girls, that's bad luck. I also had some problems last week. In fact, I failed in an important test for the labs, and I had to find causes. So if I hadn't find the test, I might not have worked more by implementing correctly the action. But I consider that it's a good option to improve and look what happened for doing better in the next opportunity. It's what happened. In this moment, I have to repay.
Okay, well, don't worry, because I don't want you to think like, and now, no, the time was about to finish, ladies. Okay, very good. On the part of the conversation, you managed like to share your different, let's say, work problems, and all of you convey the meaning. Let me go back to the first part. When Luisa, you were speaking really fast, you said, can stole, like in past, because you were talking about the experience, but remember that can eliminates, let's say, any transformation of the verb, so it will be can steal. And then when you were talking about the whole idea thing, you said 17 years old, I don't have, the idea was again in past, I didn't have, and I got into the club because, well, it's already from the past. Angelica just said invert, but I guess that what you meant was invest, talking about the money, right? And you said for pay this computer, that would be to pay for this computer. You struggled a little bit about the price. I didn't correct you because that's the idea on this part. You said 300, like no, 3,000 million. I was like, maybe if it is a supercomputer like the university, like that's why I made that face, like who am I to like to deny that? But you then eventually made the correction talking about the 3 million. And you said that, well, to pay for the computer, you had to found, like in past, a job. You had to find a job. Remember that after 2, we don't make any transformation. And the pronunciation of advantages and disadvantages. I noticed that you knew that, like, you were struggling a little bit with the pronunciation, but anyway, you continue with the idea. But ladies, in general, it was pretty good, as usual. You know that we only have like 2 days for break. So we're going to try to upload the grades as fast as possible. So you know the information, and hopefully with most of you, we will meet on Friday because I already listened the news about Luisa. So that would be it. Okay, ladies. Thank you very much as usual. Have a good night.
Thanks, teacher.
Thank you,
Have a good
teacher.
night
Have a good
too.
night.
Take care. Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Fine. What about you?
Doing great.
I'm glad to hear that.
Well, I really hope that you managed to finish the conversation and all the million of things that you have to do. We are just about to finish and then to start in 2 days. Let's laugh.
We hope the
Yay.
same.
Well, actually, yeah, I hope that you guys pass. I don't think that someone is like struggling with the grades, but it is a possibility, unfortunately. Well, I kept you waiting too much.
Teacher?
So, yes, Andres.
Sorry, I have a question. What happens if I fail this cycle?
Then you wouldn't continue. You will be out of the program.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
Yeah, like there is no chance of like a makeup test or something. If you fail, you fail.
Okay,
Yeah, it is.
thank you.
Like, okay, after that part, remember that you have 40 seconds to
Now
answer
I am nervous. Thank you
No.
for asking that before.
Thank you for asking that, Andres. No, but it's like the reality. Well, let's begin. Well, Daniela, I'm going to start with you. Remember that you have 40 seconds to answer each question that I'm going to ask you. And I know that it is not a lot of time, but in 40 seconds, talk about question number 3, your most valuable possession. Go.
Okay, I have a pillow, a little pillow that my parents gave me when I was a child, maybe 10 years old. And I don't know why, but I love or I appreciate a lot of my pillow. Maybe because I am feel sure, like security of myself. Maybe it's like a problem with my childhood, but I like it a lot, my pillow, my little pillow. And my friend said that like, oh no, again with your pillow, go away that.
Okay.
But for me, it's my baby.
Okay, Daniela, good. Ah, there it is. For the performance.
Yeah.
Good, Daniela. I'm going to ask you also question number 8. It says, why do you think some criminals become famous? 40 seconds.
Teacher, really, I don't know a lot of criminals. a lot of criminal favors, but I think that people, in some case, one time I saw a movie, and I thought that people doing that because need to attention about people and go famous, the and for that they do it, and of course when they are young maybe have a lot of social problems that do that they have that situation, specific situations.
Okay, Daniela, thank you very much. Let's move now to Sarai.
Hello.
Hello, Sarai. Let me see you.
Oh my God.
Sarai.
Yes, teacher.
I don't see you.
Es que my Canon, my laptop is break, and I don't have cam, teacher.
And there is no way, well, because you know that in the
Yes,
speaking part.
myself. Wait a minute.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start it with address. Okay.
Okay.
So you can like do the adjustments and you don't have like to worry or stress about it. Okay, Andres, I'm gonna ask you question. There you have question number 5. Make 2 predictions about television in your country.
Okay. I think that the TV programs are near to the end because, for example, I talk about my experiences. Okay, so in my house we don't watch TV. We only use these platforms to see to watch movies or series. So I think that not only us, and I think that everyone or everybody eventually prefer pay to this platform to pay a TV cable. No sé, TV cable.
Okay.
I don't know.
Cable in general. That was question 5. I'm gonna ask you now question number 10, Andres. How do you react when things go wrong?
I feel bad, especially when some things that when I have a goal and the goal and I fail in the goal, I I feel anxiety and anxiety. Oh, oh, I don't feel good.
Okay. Don't worry, Andres.
Okay.
Don't feel anxiety in this moment. Well, Sarai, you are already here. There you are. I see you now. I don't want to repeat the questions. Number 1, Sarai, if you could go out and buy anything today, what would it be?
If I could go out and buy anything, would be I don't know. Oh yeah, yes, I know. My skincare routine.
Okay.
Because I have skin I don't know how to say that. I like to care my skin, and I use a lot of products, and some of them are expensive.
Okay.
So
I have to stop you. Sorry, Sarai. I was waiting for you like to wrap up the idea. Well, Sarai, I'm gonna ask you question number 12. Do you have any method to make decisions? Go.
Yes, I use the method, the balance. I read in the left the disadvantage and the left, sorry, the left the disadvantage and the right the advantage to make the decision. So if I have more things in the right, I took that decision or decide to not make that decision.
Okay. Well, guys, your group number 3. Your topic, talking about rules and obligations at the airport. Remember that you have up to 2 minutes to complete the conversation, and similar to the previous part, when you listen to the alarm ring, that means that you have to stop, okay? So guys, this is your moment to shine. Let's begin.
Okay.
Hi guys, I have good news.
Oh my God, what happened?
I'm going to travel to Spain the next week.
That's amazing. Why?
Because I'm going to visit my sister who lives there, but I need your help.
Of course, what do you need?
I don't have move. Don't look at me.
No, it's just an advice because I have never fly by plane, so I don't know how to be harmed at the airport.
Well, at first you have to do is arrive on time. And with that, I mean at least with 1 hour before your hour that you are planning to go.
Yeah, and you won't be able to carry more than one carry-on suitcase.
Okay, I was thinking carry to my sister some candies, but I'm not sure.
No, you
Something like
can't.
Because it's not allowed to get food into the plane.
okay, I got it. Oh my God, guys, look at time. I have to go right now.
Don't worry. Bye-bye. See you later.
Bye, Sarai. I hope your trip will be great.
Thank
I
you.
say
Bye.
the same. Bye.
Okay, guys, very good. Well, you managed to create the whole situation talking about traveling to Spain in this case. Well, guys, let's have a look at some aspects to keep in mind. Daniela, when you were talking about your pillow, you say, I am feel sure.
I feel.
Would be, I feel secure, or I am secure, depending on what you want to say. And the pronunciation of childhood.
Childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you said, in some case, talking about question number 8, in some cases, you know, to make it like plural.
Okay.
And then you said need to attention. Probably you mean they need to get attention or they need to receive attention. Like after that too, we needed a verb. Need
Okay.
to, or they need
receive.
attention. But like that too needs some kind of help or to eliminate it from the very beginning.
Okay.
Good. And that would be it. Andres, well, you struggle a little bit with the first question and the pronunciation of anxiety. And you were talking about the carry-on suitcase. I guess that's what you mean, or the carry-on bag? Here in the moment of the conversation. Sarah, you also struggled a little with the first question, sorry. And you said, I like to care my skin, like thinking me gusta cuidar. That would be like to take care, you know, of my skin. To make it like a whole verb. And then when you were talking about how you make the decision, you said, I don't know, you were nervous for a moment because you said, read on the left, read in the left, will be right on the left. And then the pronunciation of advantage and disadvantage. But just like many things, you know, to polish the good level that you guys have. We really hope that we can upload the grades to the system as fast as possible so you get your information in order to start cycle 4 on Friday. Okay? Guys, do you have any question? No questions?
No, teacher.
Guys, great. It was a really good job. Thank you as usual. And I really hope to see you on Friday. Well, guys, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, teacher. Good night.
Take care. Last but not least, good evening, ladies.
Hi, teacher.
How are you?
Fine.
Tired?
Yeah, a little tired.
I know, I'm sorry. But well, at least I'm already here. Well, I don't want to keep you waiting anymore. I'm going to set up the timer. We're going to begin with the first part, where you're going to answer some questions. Each question has 40 seconds to be answered. Okay? I need to put this around here. Okay, I'm going to start with Anna. I just need you to turn your camera on so we can begin.
Sorry. Give me a second, please.
Okay. Anytime I'm writing down your name. Okay, Anna, there you are. Very good. Well, Anna, I'm going to start with question number 3. You have 40 seconds to tell me about your most valuable possession. Go. Tiene la cámara, el micrófono apagado.
My most valuable possession, I think it's not material or physically. I would say my family is my most valuable possession because they are, how can I say, my central point in life. So when I get a problem or something like that, I ask them and they calm me down. So I think I really need them, and yes, this is my valuable possession, my family.
Okay, and I'm gonna ask you question number 7. Do you ever break rules? If so, which rules and in which circumstances? Go.
I'm not a break rules person. I would say that I like to follow the rules, but in some cases maybe with my father or with something that he tell me, and he said that I need to do something like that, and I just maybe I do what I think and what I want, or something like maybe I go in a car with more
Well, Anna, sorry, I have to interrupt you.
It's okay.
Time's up. Thank you. Well, Sylvia, now it's your turn. There you are. Well, Sylvia, I'm going to ask you first question number 4. It says, what are your top 3 predictions for the future and when do you think they will happen? 40 seconds, go.
Okay, I think that artificial intelligence will be more and more integrate with the most important aspect of our life. The climate change will be continued, have a major impact on the environment and on the global society in general. And three, I think that the life expectancy will increase with the pass of the time and with the development of the technology.
Okay, Sylvia, thank you. Good timing. And I'm gonna ask you question number 9. Again, in 40 seconds, you are going to summarize the following thing. It says, the main aim of prison should be to re-educate criminals, not to punish them. What would you say about it? Go.
I think that no, but there should always be a punishment. For example, I think that crime in Colombia is not punishment as it should be. And many times the criminals never receive a sentence of a punishment for their crimes. And we should not be in that way. So no matter how is the crime, that it is a small or big crime, should be punishment in some way, I think.
Okay, good, Sylvia, thank you very much. And then let's move to Andrea. There you are. Andrea, I'm gonna ask you first question number 6. What would you do if you won $1 million?
Dollars, yes. And I would like to travel with my family and new place and eat a lot of food, and that's it. And maybe create a new business for one more month, maybe that.
Okay. And I'm gonna ask you question number 10. How do you react when things go wrong?
Well, I try to be calm and try to look for solutions for the problem, because I think that sometimes when you don't keep calm, you decide wrong things, and that is my point of view.
Okay, very good, Andrea, thank you. Ladies, let's move to the final part. Let's have a look at the situations. Group number 5. Your conversation, you were talking about predictions specifically in the field of education. Similar to the previous part, when you listen to the alarm ringing at 2, that means that you already have used your 2 minutes, and then I have to stop you, okay? So all of you, turn your camera on. I'm gonna turn mine off. It's your time to shine, ladies. Let's begin.
Well, one day I was talking with my niece and I asked her, which are you feeling about the school? And she told me that sometimes the school could be boring because in our school system don't use new ways to teach, and the student can choose the subjects interesting for them. And I think that is true. I think the same. I believe that in the future, the school could be more useful if it is taught considering the interests and abilities of each student. And what do you think about that? What change will you do about education?
Well,
I believe that with the help of technology in the future, education will become more personalized or adapted, allowing students to learn on their own and focus on their individual interests and skills. And then they will receive personalized feedback on support for different people or different resources. I think that in general, the field of education must evolve on grow and adapt as society, society develops to support the needs of a new generation of students. What do you think about that, Ana Maria?
I think that education should focus on life behaviors and how we should face them. And also, I think the system needs to change because children learn for, I think the knowledge is for moments, and they are studied just for pass the exam. And I think it's something that needs to change. Maybe the classes need to be more attractive and less boring, of course, with responsibility. But yes, I think that need to change. And also, I think the education in the future could be virtual, or maybe the technology could be more interesting. But yeah, I think this maybe affect the behavior of the society and how they works, how the behaviors works for the society. So I think that.
Okay. Ladies, time's up. Well, you managed to convey the idea of the conversation. Probably, I don't think that there were too many things to be said left. In the first part, well, Anna, you answered your question. You struggle a little bit with with question number 7. Keep in mind, children is already plural. In the conversation, you said children's. Maybe it was like really fast. And the pronunciation of society is not society.
Society.
Society. Very good. Sylvia, when you were talking about the predictions, you said climate change will be continued. Bradley, you mean climate change will continue, blah, 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 blah. But that B has to be like eliminated. We don't really need it in that part. Just like that. And well, in the case of Andrea, I don't have like anything to say. Well, ladies, remember that we only have like 2 days for our break. That means that we have to run with the grades, Daniela and me. Hopefully we can do that as soon as possible so you can have your information. And I really hope that we can meet again on Friday. I would like to know if you have any questions.
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay, ladies. As usual, thank you very much. And I hope to see you on Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher. Good night.
Bye.
Take care.
Ciao.